Hello everyone, and welcome back to the W13 Universe. I'm your host Jitch, and you're watching SmackDown from name I couldn't read because my glasses aren't on. Rhode Island, I think.
From the Department of Corrections in Cobb County, Georgia, weighing 315 pounds, Big Boss Man.
Kicking things off here tonight on SmackDown is the number one contender for the European Championship, the Big Boss Man. Oh, boss, that's probably how I went to say general manager there. I was like sat here thinking to myself, like, how in the hell did I go to call him the general manager? Big Boss Man will be facing Sheamus in 2 days' time at Capital Punishment, and it could be Capital Punishment for Sheamus when the Big Boss Man sets foot in the ring with that stick of his. Gonna go one-on-one with Sheamus for the European Championship. But here tonight, they're exchanging opponents. Big Boss Man up against Drew McIntyre, Sheamus up against Damien Sandow. This is going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Drew McIntyre and the Big Boss Man have had a match in the past. Drew, back in his weekly title defenses. Drew McIntyre, the proud wearer of the United States Championship, has the longest reign in WWE history right now with that United States Championship. And one of the plus sides to being caught up on the wiki and like not having any episodes to post at the moment is I can actually tell you the exact amount of days that he has been champion for. So if you just give me a moment. Yeah, this is up to date. He will be at 271 days as United States Champion as of right now. Could his reign come to an end in 2 days' time? At 273 days, could Drew McIntyre finally lose his United States Championship on the 20th week of that lengthy reign? Is that no? That's longer than 20 weeks, isn't it? No, that's 40. His 40th week. 39 weeks in the making. Could he lose that US Championship? I had to really do some math for a minute there. Big Boss Man is no joke. He managed to steal that shot right from under Jack Swagger, Rey Mysterio, and Rikishi's noses. And I gotta say, Rikishi with a standout performance, including one hell of a dive last week on SmackDown. But it was Big Boss Man who captured a shot at the United States Championship. And some say that these weekly defenses on European Championship. Some say that the weekly defenses of the United States Championship held by Drew McIntyre have started to take their toll on Drew. People are saying they've noticed that he's been slowing down, that he was struggling to succeed in his more recent defenses, and that he really needed the time off he's had the past few weeks-ish. But here tonight, Drew McIntyre has got a lot to prove. Saying that, last week he absolutely demolished Val Venis, who claims he has still not yet made his official debut. Big Boss Man dropping down the United States Champion, and this is not going the way that I think the United States Champion was anticipating. But this is what I mean, is I feel like something in Drew is definitely not 100% right now. You know, you go through 8 weeks of rigorous, repeated championship defenses against some of the best that they've got to throw at you. You're probably going to start to feel it after a while. Superstars like Grandmaster Sexay, Chris Jericho, Sheamus, Goldust, they all really gave Drew a run for his money. And let's not forget, of course, one of the greatest championship defenses I think we'd seen, a ladder match between The Miz and Drew McIntyre back at Extreme Rules. Yeah, tonight on SmackDown, though, just 2 days away from Capital Punishment, you can look at all the previews for all the upcoming matches. As I mentioned before, we've got Big Boss Man up against Drew McIntyre. We've got Damien Sandow up against Sheamus. We've also got The Divas champion Beth Phoenix going to be in action here tonight as she gets ready to face Karma once again this Sunday at Capital Punishment, really renewing a historic Women's Championship rivalry back on Raw just several months ago.
What a clothesline! I think I saw two fly out. He's wearing down the midsection. Ooh, a skull-crushing impact.
Here tonight, Beth Phoenix set to go one-on-one with Lita. We've also got Goldust, who has set the team up with Yoshitatsu to face Edge and Christian for the WWE Tag Team Championships this Sunday. Goldust set for singles competition with Chris Jericho, who is set to face off against CM Punk inside a steel cage. Punk planning to make Jericho leave the WWE in this steel cage matchup. We'll see if he can do just that. And of course, in our main event, they've been very involved with one another in the recent weeks. We'll see exactly what goes down in our main event. Triple H, The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and The Rock all set to face off in a four-way. Of course, at Capital Punishment, we'll be seeing Triple H up against Brock Lesnar, and we'll also be seeing in the main event The Rock and The Undertaker competing for the World Heavyweight Championship. These two feuds definitely really have felt like they've been very crossed over as of late. Big Boss Man trying everything in his power to get some offense in on the United States Champion, but Drew McIntyre just continues to put up one hell of a fight. I really think Damien Sandow has bitten off more than he could chew with the way that he attacked Drew McIntyre, issued the challenge for the United States Championship, and Big Boss Man now on the outside. What are we going to see here? Uh-oh. Oh, winding up. Big punch to the face of Drew McIntyre. And it looks like Boss Man is pretty content with the idea of a count-out victory as he celebrates this one in the ring. Drew McIntyre right behind him. I think he really thought he'd done a number on Drew with that big right hand to the face. And here's the Boss Man Slam. Finishing move of the #1 contender for the European Championship. Just a 1 count. Boss Man continually going in for pin attempt after pin attempt. He has had enough of Drew McIntyre's fight. The US champion continues on the offense. Boss Man to his feet, and now it's Drew McIntyre completely in control. What is he going to do here? Set him up in the ropes just to pull him out of the ropes. That's good. Drew McIntyre caught him. Here it is. Future Shock DDT. That has won a lot of matches for Drew McIntyre in the past. At one point, an undefeated streak. Here's the cover on the Big Boss Man. And that was all she wrote for Boss Man. Great performance here tonight, really showing that maybe he is ready for his collision with Sheamus this Sunday at Capital Punishment, but he's got a ways to go still. And the US Champion is very ready for Damien Sandow in just 2 days' time. Drew McIntyre so fired, the fans roaring in appreciation of one of the top dogs here on SmackDown, one of the most important superstars in the WWE today. Drew McIntyre is your US Champion. He is set to face off against Damien Sandow this Sunday at Capital Punishment. It's a match you don't want to miss as we move towards our next match of the night, which I believe is Chris Jericho up against Goldust. Oh, Goldust got CM Punk in his corner here tonight. Guess no surprise, he is set to face off against CM Punk's Capital Punishment opponent. Punk really turning his momentum around this season, it seems. Picking up several victories in a row now. Says he is going to end Chris Jericho at Capital Punishment. It was a mistake bringing him back to the WWE, and he will take care of that problem at Capital Punishment. Very curious situation indeed. I'm curious to see what the outcome is between Chris Jericho and CM Punk's issues. Will they carry over past Capital Punishment, or will Punk be able to leave that in the past and maybe focus on something else? One thing for certain, Goldust and Yoshitatsu, the Golden Sun, they have been a great tag team on SmackDown, but it all comes to Capital Punishment when they get their second ever shot at the WWE Tag Team Champions. They were unable to defeat Edge and Christian for those titles before. Will that change this Sunday? We're assured that there was no allegiance between Chris Jericho and Edge, that Edge was a tag team partner of Christian, that Jericho has left his partnership with Edge in the past, but here tonight, of course, Edge will be in the corner of Chris Jericho. Jericho facing off against one of Edge's opponents at Capital Punishment. Quite a crossover for this Sunday's event. Punk and Edge both at ringside, and of course, let's not forget the history between Punk and Edge, as a matter of fact. Dating back to Elimination Chamber of this year, when Edge threw his friendship with Punk out the window just to try and get a victory over Brock Lesnar and win the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, I get it. You know, it's the World Heavyweight title. But Edge really thought he could take Lesnar alone, and turns out he really can't. However, him and Punk were keeping Lesnar pretty damn grounded. So here we go. Goldust, Chris Jericho. I'm not playing a manager. There we go. Goldust and Chris Jericho in the ring. Big slap attempt there by Goldust, blocked by Jericho. Into the side suplex.
Rolling across the chest.
Goldust and Tatsu have been very, very motivated to capture those tag team championships. They've been a tag team that burst onto the scenes several months ago, back when SmackDown's tag team division had really dwindled down to just Edge and Christian following the draft. They formed a tag team, and they have been a great tag team. Goldust, a very successful former hardcore champion, the man responsible for the machine that Kane is today over on Monday nights. Goldust has really made waves in the WWE, but one thing he has not been able to do so far is capture the gold when it matters most. And I'm of course talking about that tag team championship match. It's do or die for Yoshitatsu and Goldust. They got to get to the back of the line for the tag team titles if they are unable to defeat Edge and Christian. He is really just laying into Chris Jericho right now. Coming up after this, Damien Sandow set to go one-on-one with Sheamus. I'm very curious to see how that match goes down. Sheamus, the current European champion, has felt like he has been extremely overshadowed as of late. His reign as European champion is being completely ignored, and he deserves better as the greatest World Heavyweight Champion to this day, which is in fact a record he still holds, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Championship reign.
Jericho has the headlock. Oh man, paintbrushed.
Jericho's return, I must say, so far has not exactly been one of great success. Not been able to find himself all that close to a championship at all, really.
He's putting those educated feet to good use. A boot to the face. God, what an impact. Smart counter there by the Bizarre One. Look at this. Big bulldog.
CM Punk up on the apron. Of course, let's not forget Yoshitatsu with a great victory over Christian not that long ago. It's got to really be eating away at Edge to watch his tag team partner fail like that. No, neither Yoshitatsu nor Christian involved in tonight's matchup. However, we could see an appearance from them at any given point. You never know. Jericho going in for the walls. Walls of Jericho turning over. Goldust. CM Punk distracting the referee. And Jericho notices that straight away. Let's go. Codebreaker. Drops Goldust flat down on his back with a devastating Codebreaker. Knees right to the cranium. Seems to have busted Goldust right open. And here's another pin attempt. And CM Punk continues to provide a distraction on behalf of Goldust. Goldust really got to try and get in the game right now. He is not looking too good. Great flatliner there on Chris Jericho as Goldust tries to go in for a pin. I think he's just trying to buy some time, catch his breath. He knows he's not going to win off of some of these moves. CM Punk really instrumental in involving himself in this match. Edge, however, has remained completely neutral. Roll-up attempt by Goldust could be enough to end this one. Edge up on the apron. And Edge up on the apron is enough of a distraction that Chris Jericho is able to kick out. That would have definitely been 3. Just goes to show these managers can play a big role in the outcome of these matches. CM Punk seems to have had enough. He's getting a little bit closer to Edge there. Goldust with that neck breaker. And here's the cover. And Edge with another distraction. Goldust looking for the final cut. Got it. Here's the cover. Referee still distracted by Edge. That could have easily been it. Goldust could have picked up a massive victory over Chris Jericho there, but unfortunately, Edge continuing to distract. CM Punk now frustrated. Referee seems to be dealing with a lot at ringside there. Goldust locked in this submission hold by Chris Jericho, a submission specialist, mind you. Master of the Walls of Jericho. Is Goldust going to be forced to submit? I feel like he was definitely getting close there, but he was able to find a way out. Goldust getting real motivated. Going to the top. He's scouting him, he's watching him. Chris Jericho to his feet. Big flying forearm across the face of Jericho. Here's a cover attempt by Goldust. Is Jericho down and out? Edge once again providing the distraction. Goldust right in the face. Drops him. Jericho squeezing down on the head. Jericho now bloody beaten. Very competitive matchup between these two. Here's a pin attempt by Chris Jericho. Off of the ropes he goes, and Jericho, whoa! Brilliant reversal there by Chris Jericho into a cover attempt, and Goldust defeated with a surprise pin attempt by Chris Jericho. Sometimes the element of surprise is all you need to pick up that much needed victory. Our announcers just not doing their jobs as of late. Chris Jericho defeats Goldust here tonight. Edge very glad to see his Capital Punishment opponent in such a way. And I gotta say, Edge and Christian are going to be 100% walking in to Capital Punishment, whilst Goldust and Tatsu are going to be a little bit worn out. Well, Goldust at least coming in out of this one. But the same goes for Chris Jericho. Is he going to be ready for CM Punk in just 2 days' time after that matchup? I can't really say for sure. But up next, Damien Sandow goes one-on-one with the European champion, Sheamus. But yeah, we are just not getting announcers at the moment. Okay, well, I'm not going to smack talk Damien Sandow. I think he's made a very bold debut here in the WWE, going straight for the United States Champion. But one thing I will say about Damien Sandow that I think is going to be tested here tonight is he has not yet proven himself to be capable of facing superstars the caliber of Drew McIntyre, and this is going to be a very important match for that reason. Damien Sandow holds victories over Scotty 2 Hotty and Val Venus. These aren't exactly the most established of names, in fact they're not established names. Here tonight, this match is going to be crucial for Damien Sandow. If he wants to prove that he can defeat Drew McIntyre, he's got to defeat Drew McIntyre's old running mate and a man who is holding the championship that Drew McIntyre debuted, the European title. Sheamus is going to be a really, really tough opponent for Damien Sandow, I must say. He seems confident, but is he ready? Sheamus set to face off against Damien Sandow, and as I said many times before, Sheamus is incredibly frustrated with his current position here on SmackDown, holding a championship that has been repeatedly told is the bottom championship. Sheamus says it's the top as far as he's concerned, and for as long as he's holding it. We'll see if Sheamus can continue to hold it, if he can defeat the big boss man this Sunday at Capital Punishment, or if that championship will find a new home. Sheamus, of course, responsible for that championship finding its way here to Friday nights. And here we go, Damien Sandow and Sheamus. Oh, okay. Damien Sandow gonna apparently go on the defense here against Sheamus. Has that one ever actually worked? Oh, wow. Okay. Sandow getting some shots in. Let's say Sheamus is a former World Heavyweight Champion. This is definitely an opponent that Damien Sandow may not feel he is quite ready for. Hiding behind that turnbuckle as if Sheamus couldn't see him.
My goodness, Sheamus is just so hard to stop.
Oh.
Man, I think that shot to the post. And it looks like this is going to head back into the ring.
Doing a cartwheel too. Oh. Damien Sandow just oozes a little too much confidence for a man going up against a former World Heavyweight Champion, the greatest to this day World Heavyweight Champion. There's a little section on the wiki that shows the combined days a man has held a championship for. And I gotta say, Sheamus right now, his one reign is longer than all three of The Undertakers. That goes to show the level of superstar that Sheamus is. Damien Sandow continues to just avoid the competition. Sheamus looking increasingly more and more frustrated. What is Sandow doing? Sandow resetting the count. Come on! Really trying to keep his distance from the European champion. Is this the kind of fight we can expect from Damien Sandow when he faces Drew McIntyre in 2 days' time? Sandow very quickly catching Sheamus as he comes into the ring.
He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Ooh. Spinning outside suplex there. Sandow. Big leg drop. Leg sweep even. Is this really going to be enough? Damien Sandow seems pretty confident in himself. I'd be surprised, but Sheamus may have just been enlightened. Uh-oh. think Damien Sandow has just made Sheamus angry.
Contorts in an unnatural way. He catches him with the axe handle. Oh, the elbow connects. Damien has the
The back and forth competition so far. Sandow dumped over the ropes, and Sheamus, pounding the chest, just drops him flat down.
Oh man, what impact from that suplex.
I gotta say, this is not going the way I think they had hoped. Well, Sandow had hoped. I think he really thought he had a game plan here.
Nailed with that boot.
Oh, Sheamus dropped off.
Launching him right into the table.
And Sandow once again, just so proud of himself.
And again he exits the ring.
Look at this! Really trying to get in the head of Sheamus. Is it working? I mean, Sheamus seems to be getting more and more irritated.
Controlling the head. Oh man, how do you beat an opponent that can do that to you? Avoids the impact there.
Damien Sandow
There he goes.
dumping Sheamus over the ropes, out of the ring.
Damien going up.
He's gonna actually fly. Damien Sandow gonna. Oh, okay. So he had a change of heart there. What is he doing? Oh, wow. Okay, he's setting himself up for further punishment, clearly.
Hey, wait a minute, what's he doing here?
Ooh.
Oh, that might be it right there. Hey, it's going
Sandow. Wait, all on the ramp. Ooh. Got Sheamus up to his feet, and here comes this finishing move of Damien Sandow on the ramp, and oh, come on! Not this. Really, Sandow? And another cartwheel just for good measure. Damien Sandow showing that he's got the brains to defeat the brawn. But this kind of victory isn't going to help Sandow at Capital Punishment. He can't win the United States Championship from Drew McIntyre via a counter.
this one's over. You see
He's going to have to try something different. Sheamus is frustrated outside, and who can blame him? Absolutely ridiculous way for Sheamus to lose here tonight. A former World Heavyweight Champion brought to a count-out loss at the hands of Damien Sandow, who did nothing but play head games for 5 minutes to get the win. Well, I gotta say, his match against Drew McIntyre is going to definitely be an interesting one this Sunday. That strategy, however, as I said before, absolutely will not work at Capital Punishment if he wants to leave with the US Championship. And once again, no introduction needed, apparently. Beth Phoenix, the current reigning Divas... Excuse me. I don't know where that came from. The current reigning Divas champion has had one hell of a career, from a lengthy reign as a women's champion to a lengthy reign as Divas champion. She has taken credit for having held the championship the entire time that it was defunct. Much like Drew McIntyre's, only she didn't do the defenses to make up for it. I got the coughs now, I'm sorry.
From Sanford, North Carolina, Lita.
Yeah, coming on down to the ring. This is going to be a great matchup, and notice that Karma has helped herself to a position at ringside for this one. That does not surprise me. kind of a match are we in for between these two? This is the match that could have been at the event. However, it was loss for Lita against Karma that led to this not being the title match that we get.
Lita with a very slick reversal. King, what can you tell the WWE Universe about Lita?
Well, she's not defending her championship tonight, so I'm sure she's thrilled about that.
She's not defending her
I'm warning
championship,
you
huh?
now that if this place starts chanting her name, I'm gonna join in.
Beth Phoenix with the arm.
Lita, huh? Not defending her championship. That might be because she doesn't have one.
The elbow connects. Reversal. Reversal.
Lita has really made a strong impression since debuting for the WWE here on SmackDown. I believe my controller is charged enough now. I can probably take that wire out. It's always a really risky game having it on charge because microphone is right in front of me, and if it hits it, it makes a horrible sound. For you, I don't hear it, but obviously I'm just trying to consider that you don't want to hear that.
Folded up like an accordion. Beth Phoenix.
That's Phoenix on the offense here as she plants Lita's face into the mat.
That'll cause some damage. Nice catch.
Ankle lock. The ankle lock has been applied. Got out of the way of that one.
Wow, what a spectacular counter by Lita. Hey,
And she wills her way out.
And Beth Phoenix, two of the best here on SmackDown if you ask me, and honestly SmackDown has a great Divas division, as does Raw, to be fair. They both got some pretty great divisions, and I really respect the decision that was made to divide these back up. Beth Phoenix may not have even realized what she had done by bringing back the Divas Championship, by leaving over to SmackDown. Beth Phoenix had actually created more opportunities for all women, as over on Raw, you know, they only got one match a week, and you know, there was a lot of women that just were going unused, whereas I find nowadays we're seeing the whole division on full display.
oh, Lita's one of the most fearless.
Unless your name is Layla, then you're not getting used all too much, I suppose.
Squeezing down on the head.
We've really seen the likes of Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox step up. Eve recently got a victory. Unfortunately, AJ Lee seems to be at the butt end of the Divas division here on SmackDown, which is a shame because she's definitely very talented.
Oh, baby, look at that move by Lita. These competitors
Can't wait for our main event four-way matchup. Brock Lesnar, Triple H, The Rock, and The Undertaker all in one match.
It's been some night here on Friday Night SmackDown, and we're still
Since Season 3 has started, The Undertaker has not suffered a loss yet. However, in a four-way match, he could suffer his first loss without even being pinned.
a bit of a test of strength here. Look past the ring at the thousands and thousands of WWE fans in attendance.
Last week there was a grueling tag match between the four guys, and I honestly don't even know who won it, to be honest. Well, I suppose if Undertaker never suffered a loss, Undertaker and Triple H won it.
Look at these two jockey for position.
That would make the most sense. Brock Lesnar and The Rock could definitely use some momentum heading into their capital punishment matches. Will they be able to get it, though? Will either of them be able to pick up that much-needed victory?
Oh, big elbow, that should do it.
Beth Phoenix controlling the head.
That'll send you to the dentist.
The Dominic Glamazon, always the perennial favorite in every match she competes in.
Well, look at this move, Cole. Beth Phoenix has such a physical presence. Imagine what the other divas must think when they have to face her.
Okay. Again, I'm not playing the match, so it's a little harder for me to be involved, but I didn't really have a favourite in this one. I didn't really have a way for this to go. I kind of like the idea of just giving Lita the opportunity and seeing where that goes.
Possibility.
Obviously, Karma is out here and will probably help Lita to some capacity. What with her having an issue with Beth Phoenix and a hell of a legendary rivalry with her at this point.
And that's That's a stiff kick.
I tell you, over on Monday nights though, the number one issue that Tiny Shiny, the new women's champion, ever had was Beth Phoenix and Karma. Those two are the ones that got in the way of her championship dreams, and with both of them over here on SmackDown now, I'm very curious to see who's actually going to be able to even step up and challenge Tiny Shiny going forward. I know that's a completely different brand, I'm not supposed to talk about it too much, but I can't help but wonder what the future holds. Great Michinoku driver into a cover there.
A swift kick on the apron, and now the manager is completely distracted.
Yeah, and with his back to the action like this, anything can happen. Bam!
Bam.
You know, Michael, when God invented Lycra, he was thinking about diva matches. Nobody wants to give an inch in this.
Sorry, I just started spacing out. I was like staring forward and like everything was just going really blurry and I wasn't actually thinking of anything. You know that whole like head empty meme? The one that everyone likes? You know the one?
I don't think Lita can go on much longer.
Beth Phoenix throwing Lita repeatedly into the corner. The Divas champion really has been on a roll as of late. You know, a lot of people talk about how impressive Drew McIntyre is and how long he's been champion for. Beth Phoenix has actually almost matched that. And yes, okay, they were both inactive champions, but Phoenix has really come in strong here. Putting Lita through a barricade. That's one way to make sure they don't get back up.
Back into the ring now.
And Beth Phoenix clearly thinking she sent a message to Karma there. She goes back to the outside, not even going to let Lita take that count-out loss. Well, perhaps she is, and she just didn't want to let her have the dignity of it. Just took a moment to reset the count, just to show how badly she'd beaten Lita. Beth Phoenix seems awfully proud of the damage she just did. Referee up to a count of 5. Karma can't do anything about it. And this is just head games from the champion. We are back to a count of 7. That would mean this would have been a 10 count by now. Phoenix just had a point to prove. And still Lita unresponsive. That is what Karma is in for this Sunday, and of course it was Beth Phoenix who came out on top the last time Karma and Phoenix had a match against each other. They have been kept apart for quite some time. At one point Karma was banned from challenging Phoenix for the championship, but that was the women's championship. This is the Divas championship. This is a new one. This is Karma's opportunity. And this Sunday, we'll see if Karma can actually defeat Beth Phoenix. Right now, the Glamazon is in complete control as she continues to stand tall and succeed in any given opportunity. This Sunday at Capital Punishment, Karma and Phoenix one more time. But now it's time for our main event, a big 4-way matchup. The Rock, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker. Only one of these men can come out on top. Brock Lesnar is an absolute beast. He is a monster, and he is a man who lost the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania and claims that he could have easily taken it back if he hadn't already broken Batista beforehand. Brock says that once he's taken care of Triple H, he'll be coming for The Rock, he'll be coming for The Undertaker, whoever is the World Heavyweight Champion, they better be ready for Money in the Bank, because he is taking back his World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H also has his sights set on the World Heavyweight Championship. He says The Undertaker is the first man to have held the World Heavyweight title. Triple H, the first man to have ever held the WWE Championship. It's a dream match. It's a fantasy match. It was robbed from these fans back when Brock Lesnar crashed a one-on-one interaction between Triple H and The Undertaker before the match could ever truly begin. And of course, Triple H has his sights set on the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank following Capital Punishment. He wants in on the World Heavyweight title picture. He's been very successful as of late here on SmackDown. I'd be curious to see if he could even come out on top with that World Championship opportunity heading into Money in the Bank. Or will it be The Undertaker who is vying for a rematch against The Rock at Money in the Bank? There is really no telling who's going to be challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who's going to be the World Heavyweight Champion? And of course, we could see a same night cash-in, you never know. Money in the Bank is where we have our ladder matches. And over the next 4 weeks, starting from next week's SmackDown, we will be looking to find the 6 SmackDown Money in the Bank participants. Raw already has 1/3 of the playing field filled in. He may not be fighting fair, he may not be showing the most respect right now to his opponents, but The Rock has been screwed around since the end of 2010 when he set his sights on The Miz's WWE Championship. He's been injured and taken out by the likes of Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater the Core. He's... sorry. Just getting so emotional. No. My mouth's like really weirdly salivating like non-stop at the moment and it's really bugging me. Yes, he's been screwed out of that. Then, back at the Royal Rumble, he was injured and unable to compete, giving his shot to somebody else against The Miz. In the Elimination Chamber, I just think that it wasn't his night, frankly. You know, he never got that one-on-one opportunity. At WrestleMania, he wanted that shot for the title, but instead, he was pushed out of the WWE Championship picture, with John Cena facing off against The Undertaker instead. There was a merging championship situation where Undertaker won the World Championship from Batista. Then the WWE Championship was lost back to Raw. The WWE Championship was lost back to Raw, returning to Monday nights, as The Undertaker kept hold of the World Heavyweight Championship. Undertaker has held that title since, and The Rock has just now, for the first time, been given a fair opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. And this Sunday, it is The Rock's job to prove to the world that he really can get the job done, that he can win the big one. With no interruptions, no interference, no screw-overs, just a clean one-on-one opportunity. Undertaker doesn't seem the slightest bit concerned who he faces in this matchup. He's got there aren't 3 bigger guys here on SmackDown. You know, maybe you could throw Sheamus and Drew McIntyre into the mix. They've really established themselves as the top guys here on SmackDown as well. I don't think it would matter, though. I don't think The Undertaker's impression of anyone stood opposed him in this ring would matter. This is the Lord of Darkness. This is the Undertaker. He's complete, he's ready, and he has held on to that championship tighter than ever before. we're going to regret it, but here we go.
The entrances are over. The announcements have been made and the bell is
4 of the biggest and best on SmackDown right now up against each other. And for the first time, we're seeing Undertaker and Triple H tying up with each other. This is actually happening right now.
Well, I'm sure he's thinking about what a win over the champion would mean tonight.
Rock and Brock Lesnar. Clearly, these two tag teams did not get on too well last week.
Like that is huge. Nobody wants to give an inch in this.
Remember the rules of remember the rules. Oh my god, of a fatal 4-way matchup. Pinfalls count anywhere. No disqualification. No count out.
Talk about a devastating maneuver.
This can end at any given moment.
Undertaker. And that series ends in death.
It's all about capturing the opportunity in a multi-man match like this.
Battling for control.
He uses his opponent's momentum on that one. He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Got out of the way of that one.
Taker reverses it.
The dead man.
Oh, mama!
Talk about planning your opponent.
What a clothesline!
He's really pouring it on. Struggling for control.
Oh gosh! Careful! Careful!
What are we looking at here from The Rock? Okie dokie.
And then some.
Doesn't feel like the kind of move I'd see him bust out too often, but he did.
Nobody electrifies the WWE Universe like The Rock.
Big shot by The Undertaker. Rock into the headlock.
Ouch!
Undertaker has the headlock. Good in-ring presence shown by the game.
Bam!
Brock working open the arm of Brock Lesnar, Triple H taking over. The Undertaker.
Triple H is controversial.
You know one thing that constantly runs through my mind right now?
Oh yeah, the game just...
Who's it going to be at Survivor Series in November to represent SmackDown as the World Heavyweight Champion? Who's going to be representing Raw as the WWE Champion? I mean, we're talking like, what, 5 months from now? It's June now. We're talking 5 months. That's quite a long time. Quite a lot can happen in that period of time. But I can't help but wonder, who is going to be walking in as the World Heavyweight Champion? Who's going to be representing SmackDown?
Table is getting torn down.
A very curious situation.
The way the opponent's back is being bit by that Boston Crab.
Gutbuster lands. That'll soften anybody up. Undertaker.
Triple H and Undertaker continue their fight inside the ring. The Rock and Brock continue their fight outside. Seems like these capital punishment opponents have decided not to even interact with each other in this one. The Rock going in for a cover. No.
No one home for that one. That Irish whip was delivered with tremendous aggression. Remember, momentum in the WWE can turn on a dime. The cerebral assassin showing how he is. Oh my God, what a fall! What a fall! Just a dominating display.
Yeah, I think we could see a lot of punishment inflicted here.
He drops the elbow.
Back and forth between these guys. Brock Lesnar throwing him over the ropes, and out of the ring goes The Rock.
I don't think so.
What's Brock gonna do now? Oh, into the steel steps.
Lesnar goes for the
Here's a cover. No. Garmin suplex. Launches The Rock.
Big DDT.
Float over DDT. Dropping Brock Lesnar flat down on his skull.
Squeezing down on the head.
Following this matchup, the only thing next in line for the WWE is Capital Punishment, which is going to be a big event. I cannot wait to see the outcomes of each match.
Lesnar makes the cover.
Can CM Punk really send Chris Jericho packing? Can Damian Sandow capture the United States Championship in his first ever title opportunity? Can Big Boss Man defeat Sheamus to capture the European Championship? Can Goldust and Yoshitatsu finally win the big one, win the tag team titles together? Will The Rock finally win the big one and win the World Heavyweight Championship from The Undertaker? And of course, can Triple H continue that momentum and defeat Brock Lesnar, who I gotta say, upon his return here to SmackDown, has suffered quite a few losses actually. I don't believe Brock Lesnar has won a match this season yet.
Oh, how much pain. Oh, right into that ring post.
Oh, the elbow connects.
Ooh, a bit of a test of strength here. And he drops the leg across his opponent. There's the suplex and a wicked clothesline. WWE fans watching this match all the game goes behind.
I just can't believe that we've basically just seen these two one-on-one matches this whole time. It really hasn't changed.
Thunderous Irish. Oh,
Clearly some level of bad blood in the ring and outside the ring right now between those two sides.
and a shot to the solar plexus.
Triple H, one step ahead.
Triple H squeezing down on the head. The game controlling the head.
Continued back and forth offense between both sides. Undertaker
Headbutt.
sending Triple H over the ropes.
Did you hear that? Echoing throughout the arena.
Rock's in trouble.
Triple H call. Oh boy, we got a tombstone happening right now. No one seems to be realizing. Crowd don't care. Tombstone power driver dropped down on Triple H. Undertaker doesn't go for the cover? What?
Power, speed, size, agility. Lesnar registers off the charts in all those categories.
Brock Lesnar punching away at the face of The Rock.
And vicious, too.
Triple H into the ring.
Lesnar, one of the most dangerous men in WWE.
Undertaker with an elbow drop and, yep, dropping the leg as well.
And he gets tossed back in the ring.
After all of these shots to the head, I've got a feeling that Soup's going to be on his diet for the foreseeable future.
Into the headlock.
Oh, big clothesline by The Undertaker on Triple H. And again, you know, as I say, there's not been any interaction
He's got him.
in any other way. We've not seen Triple H and Brock. We've not seen Triple H and Rock. Undertaker, Brock, Undertaker, Rock, none of it. Triple H dropping The Undertaker with a pedigree. Is he going to pin the World Heavyweight Champion? No. At least I don't think... No, obviously not. Wasn't sure for a moment because it was too busy focusing on The Rock's bloody face.
He's on the move again.
Triple H now striking back with The Undertaker with a neck breaker of his own.
And Triple H isn't able to finish it off.
Brock Lesnar with a big boot across the head of
And that
The Rock.
punch lands hard.
And a DDT drops Triple H flat in the bloody face.
With a beautiful reversal. Once Undertaker gets a hold of you, he has just so many
H
weapons
slowly
that he
pulling Undertaker away from the ropes, but that was not enough.
Throws him onto his
Brock Lesnar looking for an F5 on The Rock. Good lord. Here's a cover attempt. Is Brock Lesnar pins The Rock. Wow. Oh, wow.
What a physical match.
And Brock Lesnar is victorious here tonight. Finds Triple H in the ring and decides, no, I'm going to go straight for my opponent this Sunday. Brock Lesnar laying into Triple H with some big boots as he is victorious tonight. What kind of condition is The Rock going to be in for his World Heavyweight Championship opportunity this Sunday at Capital Punishment? Just 2 days to go until The Rock finally gets a shot at The Undertaker, but here tonight, he was pinned by Brock Lesnar. This changes things. This really, really changes things. Well, thank you all for watching this episode of SmackDown. I'll see you at Capital Punishment.